Oh man, oh man. Ah, listen, man. Nikki Haley, man. Shout out to Mike Pompeo too, by the way, man. He went in there and readjusted some things, man. But on the flip side, let's get into the situation. Uh, Washington Post says North Korea makes another trip to China. Listen, man. He could go there as much as he possibly want to for specific reasons. Like I told you, man, you be getting on a little bit too driftity. No, a little bit too driftity. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. But you aiming for it. Big time. And they basically saying that by him going to China, it's going to complicate. Nah. What it is China thought that they was going to be able to wipe him out. But from the powers and the forces that the Asian persuasion has, they couldn't without the force of the U.S. But once the U.S. sat down with Kim and told him, like, listen, man, this is how it's going, you know what I mean? And he agreed to it. He's able to do pretty much what he wants with that Chinese situation and float in and out of there whenever he want to. But like I said, if you don't like the embassy and all that, you're going to have to create your own. But don't look like you got the force and the power of that. So listen, man, it is what it is. Washington Post. And I was saying something about the
in pretty good shape.
The Spain and all of that. The king is came through to sit down with Trumpadocious earlier.
You like that?
And that's another focusing on the what's the name? Couple ads from Grammarly. You know what I mean? It's free today. So shout out to Grammarly. Yeah, like I said, man, UN Scuffers reports off of it. Like I said, Nikki Haley finally woke up, man. Finally woke up. I think Mike Pompeo had to come through there, establish some things of how, you know, but they pretty much pulling out of that deal. Why? Because I told Israel, you can't be going over to different areas and causing low temperature. Guess who's gonna have to pay for that? The UN. And guess who run the UN? The US. I told you, man, play fair, make the deals. But you ain't wanna do that. You try to catch them slipping while they was in the month of this, you know, this holy month. And the Gaza script kept getting hit. Now there's some things over there, man. You looking for answers. And everything is pointing to you, even though you trying to, you know, maneuver around this situation. It's understandable. It's understandable. Southgate too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Israel leaving. You know what I mean? Even things slaughtered. Trump ain't trying to kick out the door for that. I'm trying to tell you. And 5 injured in this explosion, says BBC. And like I said, man, you can't be biased. Israel, you gotta be open like the US is. Cause otherwise, and like I told you, just a small little piece of something, but it spread it all over the world. And like I said before, it's just complicated, man. And I told you, you're gonna have to get down or lay down. From the looks of things. Another one. FBI agent Peter Schroeks escorted from the building. See what I'm saying? The names, you know what I mean? Peter. Is it real, man? What's going on out there, man? It says The Hill. And like I said, man, there's gonna be a lot of things escorted up out of that situation if you don't pull your act together. And I told you, man, he ain't playing no game. He talking crazy and all of that. He just ain't playing no games. He business orientated. You interfere with the business aspect. That's dope. Yeah, like I said, kicking him out. Trump top 8 leaves the White House. You know what I'm saying? There's some trickery going on, man. And then, like I said, man, one thing I don't like is when the individual take your kindness for weakness. Look at Mexico. Look at Mexico. And like I said, maybe paying for some things, or you know. And seeing as though you got the Korea and South Korea army, you better think about that, all you individuals out there, cause things is happening for a reason, whether you believe it or not. And I know you may be at a certain level of the food chain, but you're able to still eat. Remember? More than 600 members of Jeff Sessions Church just charged him with violating. Listen, man, he ain't violated nothing but the law that's already been in there. You understand? How you think America established these laws, which was, if you wasn't from here and you was happening to be brung in here, you would have to go through some either strenuous processes or processes, whether you believe it or not. Now, history has proven that it's definitely been a process. And let's try not to reenact the worst process. And we all know what that is. So that says CNN. Keywords. You see that? You see the dilemma that I'm faced with, the twist in my news and all. Man, Eli, look at you. I told you. Listen, man. You didn't listen, man. You didn't listen. Now you sitting up there claiming for sabotage. I told you, man. Do the overnight thing, but you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. You know, just don't want to listen. I told you, man. I'm just a good guy out to help, man. And if you don't appreciate it, this is what it is. Now, it's been a lot of impersonators out there. And I appreciate that too. Even Michael had a bunch of them. Michael Jackson, that is. And when you're great, man, you tend to have a couple of those, and you know, lookalikes and all that and everything else. It's sometimes what people want to be and inspired to be sometimes. And sometimes it's not. Verizon and AT&T/Sprint to cut off data providers after customers' locations were. Listen, man, they been locating. Listen, man, the Googler is the Googler. That's why I say, would you like us to locate your phone or device or however it may go? You signed up for this stuff, man. Don't try to flip it around like it ain't the truth, and the truth is the truth. Only thing is, some haven't realized it yet, because they may not be as equally or evenly as, you know, like I said, the sociality of popularity. And it's a tricky thing, man. It's real tricky. PS4 cross-play restrictions are all about money, says ex-Sony. Listen, man, if you got cut off the Sony deal, obviously you can't get mad now. You should have stuck around and appreciated them for the quality that they was putting out. But like I said, man, it's a lot of that going on out there, man. Had you changed, didn't, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Accept it. Faith. facing. That's it, man. Facing. It's a difficult task. It may take a little bit of time, but it's your time, man. It's yours. Use it wisely. If you can. Forget 2018, early 2019 is full of huge blockbuster games. Listen, man, I told you that I like the adventure joints. That joint that came out of the Samurai game was looking official. It looked like you could just, like, man, it's a whole nother world you could just get into, man. PUBG updates as new Sandhawk map on P. I told y'all, man. Listen, the devices. The thing is, when people lose them, they kind of lose everything that's in them. Now, it has created something to track your devices as long as you sign up for them. Which, you know, Fox Entertainment talent says they're disgusted and embarrassed over Fox News. Says NBC News. Now, I told y'all my news had a little bit of twist in it because, like I said, man, democracy is not winning, so it has to create. And it's no longer acting out over here. It's expanding worldwide in a way because it's losing here right now, considering as though people are going back into the force and really trying to make something. Heroes or villains. That's pretty much the title that's out there from the New York Times. Heroes or villains, death of rapper XXXTentacion divides the internet. Really? Listen, man, if you do the backstory of that and where XXTentacion comes from, in the camp that he comes from, you'll understand why it's speculated the way it is. And like I said, man, you gotta give the family some time to mourn and do whatever. But like I said, with everybody that's, you know, going in on the situation,
can you look at this?
it has somewhat of a format into that, if you can get my drift. But you gotta, like I said, man, go into the backstory of where this whole thing comes from, and you'll understand why it's able to be played with in that way, in that manner. It's like I said, when it happen, if it do happen, I mean, don't put up no. I don't want no T-shirt, nothing, not a candle, nothing. It's just over. I'm just saying, from my perspective, you can have your own. But mine is that way. Why you should know who Dan Levy is before MTV Movie and TV Awards. Listen, man, to me it just seemed like a bunch of you know, like I said before, the who gonna be the first to chase the fame situation, man. And I'm not chasing it, to be honest with you. It just comes organic. Russia stays perfect with 3-1 win over Salah, Egypt. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like I said, man, soccer is a pretty strenuous sport. And it takes a lot of agility and all of that, and a lot of endurance. The latest jailhouse review of Brazil's World Cup form. Listen, man, it is what it is when it comes to that soccer, man. It's so many teams and so many, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to keep up with. It's like the college basketball situation, the football situation sometimes. It's a lot, man. Arizona DeAndre Ayton, top choice amongst bigs in the NBA draft. since the Fox Sports. Listen to Me Too, man. A woman sues NASA to keep a veil of moon dust. She might have made a huge decision. Listen, man. She went there. Listen, man. It is what it is. Let's hope it ain't no bacteria in that stardust. Carol Blueberry bushes and polar bears. Signs of global warming are around, says CBS News. Listen, man. It's all aimed to destroy this individual because he making something that you just want to control. You want to turn some things into roboticness. And this individual actually seems to have a life. From what I see. Doing this, he doing that. A lot of jealousy, tension, he goes into that psyche there and comes back out regurgitated, and it travels through other individuals also. It's like an expansion of that. Like I said, CBS and the Fox News explains mysterious Mars rock they basically explaining the Mars rock that involves UFOs. They saying that drinking alcohol can raise cancer to a higher risk. And that plant that they found, it burns like HEE hockey. Burns like hell, they basically saying. I don't know exactly how that may feel, and here's why experts are skeptical of the gaming disorder diagnosis. Listen, man, it's not a disorder till you like 24 hours and 365. You're not eating or drinking anything. It's just games. It may be addiction there, but I don't think it's a disorder. I think it can be cured somehow. The right things, man. And with that being said, peace, somebody.